This is King Cobra JFS, and you are watching the worst of the worst, the show that checks out the worst of the internet. Now here's your host, Brendan. Fuck sickos and fuck the trolls.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Worst Of. This show takes a look at all the worst parts of the internet. I am your host, Brandon, and before we get into today's topic, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow us on X over at Worst Of Pod. Come say hello, leave suggestions and things you want to see me cover, tell me to fuck off, you know, all that fun shit. So Cyraxx is back at it once again. He's going by a new persona. He's got a new message for everyone out there, not just the troll community. And this is all going around with the news of the recent shooting involving Tofiachu. I'm not very well versed on that. That might be a subject for another video in the future as more news develops, since it did just happen. But Cyraxx is taking that news pretty seriously, and this is his reaction to it.
What's up, everyone? My name is Chance, aka the Troll Hunter, aka more commonly known as Cyraxx.
The Troll Hunter. He's going by the Troll Hunter now. He's taking on a new, not just a new name, but a new job. He's hunting down trolls. This is going to be interesting.
I went under the name Troll Hunter to try to stop some of what's going on.
And what's going on?
With trolling and bullying. But this video is not a call-out video like my last two. This is a video to spread awareness about a very, very, very serious subject matter that's not being taken seriously at all whatsoever. This is about online trolling and bullying.
Of course it is. It's all you've got. It's the only thing that you like to bitch about on a regular basis is online trolling and bullying, and how you're a victim of it for the last 8 years. It's because there's nothing that anyone can do about it. It's all protected under free speech. You got no right to tell anyone what they can and can't say about you.
I myself have been a victim of online trolling and bullying for over 8 years. And just this morning the line got drawn and went way too far when another quote-unquote lolcow, as the troll community calls them, by the name of Tofiachu, her mom was shot and her brother was shot and killed this morning by a bunch of internet trolls that wanted to bully her.
Oh my god, it wasn't because of internet trolling. It was a carjacking, you fucking retard. Come on, read one article about it and you would see. It's got nothing to do with internet trolling. It was just a wrong place, wrong time situation.
Her mom and brother both were hospitalized. Her brother was pronounced dead. And I'm here to say right now to Tofiachu, I am deeply sorry for your loss.
Oh boy.
I know what it's like to lose a family member.
Yep. He's gonna make this all about him in a minute. Are you ready for it? I guarantee it. This is all gonna be one giant grief grift, and it's gonna be turned around, and it's gonna be about how Cyraxx is the big issue here, or the victim.
I know what it's like to lose somebody to gun violence. I lost my best friend Zach in 2016 to gun violence.
Can't even open your eyes
when
you say
he was
that.
gunned down in his family's pizza shop.
You can't even open your eyes.
So I understand the pain that you feel. It's not easy. It's very, very difficult. But I'm here to spread awareness through the site change.org. The petition that is going to be down in the description is to help bring change to this platform.
So his goal is for everyone to sign a change.org petition to what? Change YouTube's terms of service in regards to cyberbullying and trolling? Is that your ultimate goal here? It's not going to work. First of all, a petition from change.org has never done anything. Peaceful protesting fucking retard. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work.
Because police and social media is not taking trolling seriously. They wipe it under the rug, and they leave families like my families and Tofia's family and many other victims, such as people not only like myself.
He can't name anyone else but himself. That's fucking ridiculous.
But also people like King Cobra JFS and many other lolcows that have been bullied.
Don't you dare include King Cobra in this. He's done nothing to deserve his name coming out of your mouth, dude. You about to cry?
This shit has got to stop. This bullying, this online trolling, it needs to stop. People are starting to get hurt. People are starting to get killed.
Not because of the trolling, you
and it's
fucking
not
moron.
funny, and it's no longer a game. This is very fucking serious. I was tricked and bullied for the last 8 years. I was targeted and attacked for the last 8 fucking years because I am a quote-unquote pedophile when I was really set up by an internet troll so they could bully me.
Regardless of what the situation was in that, like, even if it was a setup, which it was, I do agree with you on that, but that's not the point. You were under the assumption that you were talking to a child, and you proceeded to continue on with that conversation the way that you did, and you exposed yourself. You did all of that assuming that that person was in fact a child, and it's not their fault that it wasn't, and that it was a trap. You got tricked and were called out because you're a pedophile. That's all this is. You're a pedophile, dude. Accept it.
For the last 8 years. And now, Tofiachu's brother is now dead in a casket.
No, he's not in a
Thanks
casket
to these
yet.
online internet bullies that claim that it's free speech. Internet trolling is not. It's not free speech.
Yes, it is.
It is a crime. It is hatred. It is evil at its core. It's people online bullying people and hiding like cowards.
Quit
People
scratching
are
yourself.
getting hurt because of people like Music Biz Marty.
Who's dead?
People like N-Word Boy, William Gloryhole, Mass Troll Mafia, and many, many, many other trolls that are on the internet. Those are just a few of the trolls that I deal with. There are many others that do awful things to people. Trolling ruins lives. It destroyed my life.
Your life was ruined way before the trolls ever got to it, dude. Let's be real. There was never going to be a success story coming from Chance Wilkins. Okay? Your life was already predetermined from the get-go. There was no changing anything that was going to happen to you. So, you should just roll over and accept that.
Trolling destroyed my life. I can't get a regular job. I can't go outside. I don't have any friends.
You don't want to get a regular job. You've claimed over and over again that racing online is going to be your career. or you're going to be a successful YouTuber, even though you delete your channels before they can get monetized. Like, you have no aspirations of getting a job. You never have and never will. So don't sit there and blame the trolling community for the simple fact that you're way too lazy to get off your ass and actually work.
Around town here where I live anymore because of the trolls. I don't have a social life.
That's not anyone else's fault but yours.
I don't have a social life anymore because of these people. And it's sad, because that's how bad these trolls ruin lives. They cause people to lose their jobs, their homes. These people are evil. They are only out for one thing: monetary gain.
Do you think he's got his eyes closed when he's talking because he's in such a deep thought about what he's going to say next and he can't focus on anything else, so he's got to have his eyes shut? Because he can't look at the camera at all when he's saying any of this stuff. It's annoying. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Grandma comes calling for him, so it's time to end the stream. Yeah, fucking baby. But then, of course, he comes back later in the day, and the grief grifting continues. So let's just continue on and see what else he has to say.
Hello, everyone.
Ew.
My name is Chance.
Stop licking your lips. It is so fucking gross.
Or more commonly known on the internet
God, look at those cross eyes. Holy shit. He's got the laziest eye. It's just, like, what is he looking at?
as Cyraxx. I myself have been a victim of internet trolling for over 8 years. My life burned down to ruin.
And whose fault
Nothing
is that?
left is of my life. I no
Quit
longer have a
licking your
social
lips.
life. I no longer have a job. It's hard for me to keep relationships. It's hard for me to keep friendships.
God, I gotta put some
And
piano
more
music in
importantly,
the
it's hard
background
for
of
me to
this.
make an honest living doing something that I love.
This fucking pity party.
Before I was a troll, before I had become a quote-unquote lolcow to the troll community, I was a music artist.
No, you weren't.
I was releasing music, doing shows.
You made music, but you weren't a music artist. Let's be clear about that. And you weren't performing live like you're about to say you were.
Every day, enjoying my life, hanging out with my friends, hanging out with my family, and living a normal life. But today I was hanging out with one of my best friends who's basically like my little brother. And I
Say that
took
about
a
all of your
break
friends.
from working on music to work on some artwork. When he sent me a message saying, dude, you need to see this. Something serious is going on. And I could tell by the tone of his voice when
on. Where you licked your lips so much that they were too wet, you had to wipe them on your fucking disgusting sleeve of your already dirty shirt. Come on, man. Like, have some self-respect. You are live on YouTube, you fucking idiot.
when he spoke to me that he was devastated. A young girl who is a victim of internet bullying, or as they call it, internet trolling, by the name of Tofiachu. Her brother was shot and killed this morning by a bunch of internet trolls that wanted to see her suffer. Tofiachu is fine, but her mom is in the hospital, and her brother was pronounced dead on arrival to the hospital this morning. This trolling has got to stop. Police and law enforcement are not doing anything to put a stop to this or help.
Well, I'm sure the cops are working hard to solve the case. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe there were two dead bodies involved in that incident, and one of them was the shooter. I believe a security guard came to the rescue and put a stop to the guy. If I'm not mistaken, I might have my facts wrong, but that's what I was told at the time of this video. So, as far as I know, some good citizen put a stop to this mess before it got even worse. And Cyraxx is blaming the troll community for it.
They treat us like we don't matter.
You don't. You don't matter. But then again, I don't matter. A lot of people out there don't matter. Let's be honest. Like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you just gotta accept the fact that you don't matter, Cyraxx. In the grand scheme of things, you don't.
I myself have been a victim of trolling for over 8 years.
You said that already.
And every time my family reached out to the police or to any sort of law enforcement, we got left to fend for ourselves. Told that the best thing to do is to leave the internet, when to leave the internet is not the fucking answer. The
Why
answer
not?
is
Why isn't leaving the internet the answer? Like, all your problems are because you have an online presence. So why wouldn't you leave that? Like, you don't have to create content on the internet. You can go about living your normal everyday life like it's not a big deal. Like, that is an option, Cyraxx.
law enforcement stepping up and doing something. They say that because they don't have enough information, like where these people live, their addresses, their names, all that stuff, that they can't do anything. I call bullshit. Something can be done.
I'd like to report a crime, and I have no evidence or proof or any way to identify the people who did it, but I'm still going to report it, and you as a cop need to do something about it. Come on. What world are you living in, Chance? It doesn't work that way. In order for them to do something about it, they need to have the proper information and evidence to do anything about it. They don't, so they can't. It's that simple.
But law enforcement does not want to do anything about it.
They know
Because
more
they
about it than
think-
you.
They think that online bullying doesn't affect the real world, when in fact, it really does. People get hurt. People die because of internet trolling. People get arrested for shit they didn't do, for simply defending their families, like I did last year. Last year, a troll came up to my house with a sign and a bunch of my neighbors and started to harass my family. And I was only doing what I felt was right to protect my family.
By coming at him with a baseball bat. Yeah, that was the right move, you fucking moron. Like, no one was doing anything. They were on the sidewalk. They weren't on your yard to begin with. And people have a right to protest. You have a change.org petition to stop shit. Like, you should know that.
My family told him to leave. He would not leave. So I went outside with a baseball bat and I gave this man a fair warning to either leave, or I was going to take what he was doing as a threat to me and my family, and I was going to swing on him and do what I needed to do to protect my family.
You didn't warn him.
He
You
wouldn't
just charged
leave,
at him.
so I swung the bat at him, not to harm him, but to give him a fair warning to leave.
I swung the bat at him not to harm him. Come on, what are you talking about? I mean, first of all, you wouldn't do much damage, if any. So, you're right. You probably wouldn't harm him if you swung at him full force with a baseball bat. But your intention was, in fact, to harm. Let's be honest.
or I would do what was necessary. I would cause harm if needed, even though I did not want to, even though I am not a violent person.
Yes, you
And
are.
as a result
You choked your grandma in a fit. You're a violent person.
of me defending my family, I got arrested. And thankfully, the charges did get dropped.
Dig it in your ass? Fucking gross.
But my case is just one case of many people whose lives have been ruined as a result of these evil people. These evil people who sit here and do nothing but sit on the internet and bully people all fucking day long. Attack their friends, attack these people's families. People like my family, people like Tofia's family, people like King Cobra JSF, and many, many others.
Again, say his name with respect. Like, you owe him that much. And quit making the incident with Tofia Chu all about you. Like, it's not about you. Quit making it about you. It will never be about you. And I don't know how many times I had to say it. It wasn't about the trolling.
Whose lives have been ruined by the troll community. Because these evil people are not being held accountable. Social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and every other platform you can think of are not being held responsible. And the police are not being made to do their jobs, to actually take action against these people.
You can't police the
And
internet,
I, for
dude.
one, am tired of it. So what I did is I came together with some of my closest friends, and we made a petition that you guys can find down below, that we would like you all to sign, to try to spark a change, to try to make a change in the online community.
How many people do you think he'd actually get to sign this petition? Like, let's be honest. He's on a YouTube channel that nobody can find. Nobody can find. If you look for Sonic Overdrive, you will spend all day scrolling through shitty Sonic videos and bass guitar amp reviews. Like, you're not gonna get to Cyraxx's channel. So no one's seen this video to learn about this petition. And then there's no one on change.org who's going to stumble across this and sign it. So he's going to get no fucking signatures out of this thing, except for maybe 5, I'm going to say generously 5 people. And that's his friends.
Because 7 years ago, I was a normal person living a normal life.
No, you weren't.
And now, as a result of 8 years plus of being bullied by internet trolls, I now suffer from PTSD. I now live with depression, anxiety attacks every day.
You're just a big baby, that's all.
Another very famous case of internet trolling gone deadly is a man by the name of the Inquisitor from TikTok. People set him up to make him look like a pal, just like the internet trolls did with me, and he took his own life as a result.
If you're innocent, you don't take your own life. I'm just going to say that. I don't know this Inquisitor case that he's talking about, but if you're innocent, you don't commit suicide. It's that simple. So there might have been some truth to what they were saying to cause him to do what he did.
And that, unfortunately, is another very real thing that does happen. I myself attempted suicide 3 years ago on 2 different occasions because of these internet trolls.
Quit bringing this shit up, dude.
And I survived both attempts.
You didn't try to end your life. It just didn't happen.
But what pisses me off more than anything
You did that for attention.
is the fact that law enforcement is not taking action against these people when they should be. People say, go online, report it online. Reporting it online doesn't work. Because nobody pays attention. Nobody in law enforcement pays attention to what's reported online. These platforms like YouTube let it run rampant and don't care. Social media is not being held responsible like they should be. I myself have had my whole content creation and music career ruined because of internet trolling. Because social media...
No. It's not because it's trolling. You put out shit content. That's what it is. We've reviewed your music over and over again on here. We've gone through all the, like, your karaoke streams, your guitar covers, like all the ways that you tried to create content have been covered. And it's not their fault that they're going to critique it the way that they are, and which means that it's shit. Okay? That's not the internet's fault that you put out shit content for everyone else to enjoy.
Will not get involved. They don't take a stand. They aren't being made to be held responsible. And I think it's time that changed. Social media should and does need to be, in fact, held responsible for what they are doing.
So Cyraxx doesn't believe in free speech. Let that be known.
And if you ask me, what this troll by the name of Music Biz Marty did to me, he should be held responsible.
Well, he's dead now, so he never will.
And if you guys don't know what he did to me, he hired another internet troll by the name of Mass Troll Mafia to make me look like a bile. And ever since that day, I have been attacked, I have been harassed, my life has been ruined.
You shouldn't have fallen for the bait.
All because this man wanted to make me a target.
You never should have taken the bait, you fucking idiot. That's your fault.
This has got to stop, people. The internet trolling, it needs to stop. This is causing people their lives, their jobs, their futures, their reputations, their friends, their families. My own dad disowned me because of these people. My own adoptive dad that helped to raise me disowned me last year because of these people. My friends walked away and abandoned me because of these people.
It's not because of them. It's all because of you. Like, these are the results of your actions. As a 34-year-old man, you should be able to take responsibility for your own actions and accept the consequences of them. But you don't, because you're a man-child and a fucking retard.
And so many other people lose so much more. Their livelihoods, their jobs, everything. Their houses, their homes. All because these people want to make monetary gain off of somebody else's misery. And nobody is doing a goddamn thing to step up and stop it. So, like I said, me and my friends came together to make this petition that you guys are more than welcome to sign.
No one's going to.
And when you guys sign it, I want you guys to share it around like wildfire. Spread the word around. Get word around. Let's
assume that this petition goes the way he wants it to, and people sign it, and they spread it around like wildfire, so he says, and it catches on, and he gets 1,000,000 signatures on it. Let's just say that happens for the sake of argument. What's the next step? Because no one has to take your petition seriously. No one has to do anything because you got a portion of the population to sign for it. It doesn't work that way. People don't have to cave to your demands like some kind of emotional terrorist.
Make a change on social media. Let's put a stop to the internet trolling. Let's make trolling illegal. Let's make internet bullying illegal. And let's make not only law enforcement, but social media be responsible for their fucking actions and what goes on their platform. Let's make trolling become a thing of the past. Let's make people being held responsible for the trolling actions that they do.
He wants to limit free speech. He doesn't want you to say what's on your mind. He doesn't want you to speak in a manner that he might not agree with. So Cyraxx is against free speech. That's what this is.
Let's make social media be made to be held responsible for what goes on their platform. Because that is the only way it is ever going to stop. We need to get rid of AI on social media as far as employees go, and make real fucking people look at the content that is being provided on their platform.
That's not going to change anything.
Videos need to start being looked at by a real fucking human. Not some fucking computer. And more importantly, law enforcement needs to be made to take this shit seriously. Not just sitting there saying, hey, get off the internet, that'll solve it. Because as somebody that has been a victim of online trolling, getting off the internet does not work. Because they attack you in real life too.
Well, when you have put your address out there and people know where you live, yes, they're going to come after you. Some people will do that. I agree with you. But if you got off the internet the way that the cops have been telling you to do forever now, people would leave you alone. The world would be a lot more peaceful than it is. You might actually start to enjoy life again if you got offline. You'd be doing a lot of people a favor too, because a lot of people don't want you online, Cyraxx. Like there's a giant majority of the people watching you who want you to get offline, and you probably should.
I've had bomb threats on my house. My family's been attacked multiple times. I've been shot at.
No, you haven't.
I've had paint dropped on my house, stuff stolen off my family's porch, property damage to our house, and more recently I've had my Xbox destroyed because of these people.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. His second Xbox got destroyed 2 times now. He got fucked over, and his Xbox got bricked, and it's fucking amazing.
Which is actually property damages and destruction of private property.
Well,
but yet
technically,
these people
you
get to get away with it. These people sit there and they hack computers and make it look like people like myself are saying stuff that we are not saying or doing. And this.
Yeah, his computer also got hacked and broken into, so people could monitor what his activity was on his laptop, and they found certain conversations that he probably wouldn't want out there. Let's just say that.
It's a very common thing with them. They'll break into your computers and they'll do whatever they want. You are essentially at their mercy. They will sit there and they will type shit in your search bar that you would not normally search. They will
Uh-huh.
DDoS you
Sure.
if they feel the need to. They will attack your friends, your families, anybody they can, just to continue to be able to use you for content. If you're getting out of line or doing something that they don't like, those are just a couple tactics that they will use. So please, I urge everybody out there, anybody watching this video, share this petition around with your friends and family, and let's make a change. Let's make trolling illegal.
Well, there you have it. Cyraxx is on a mission to make trolling illegal. He wants to cut out your free speech and make it so that no one can say mean things to him. And his laptop, he's trying to get ahead of that with the, oh, well, these people can hack your, like, why would they hack your computer and then make fake screenshots of it? Like, wouldn't that just, it's just too much work. You can just make screenshots without having to hack into your stuff. It sounds to me like your shit got discovered, Cyraxx, and you're not happy about it. That's all that is. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. I want to thank you for taking the time and going through the latest of what Cyraxx is up to with me. Be sure to like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on X over at Worst of Pod. You guys know the drill at this point. But until next time,